You may have heard the startling statistic that 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer in their lifetime. But here's another vital piece of information. Those over the age of 55 are at the most significant risk for breast cancer. Dr. Natalie Joseph is here to share what we can do in our personal fight against breast cancer. Dr. Joseph is a surgical oncologist with Metro Health. Welcome to the show, talking about this very important topic. Yeah, as we said here in the introduction, and you told me, age plays a big role in the risk. As age increases, the risk increases. So what other factors are there that add to or could cause the development of breast cancer?
Well, there are many factors. Age, as you said, and being female, probably the two biggest ones. But there other factors include things such as your family history. For example, if you have a first-degree relative, which is a sister or mother with breast cancer, that can actually double your risk for developing breast cancer. Also, women who've had a prior history of breast cancer themselves that also increases their risk. And then things such as the age that you start your menstrual period, the age that you undergo menopause, use of oral contraceptives, or whether you've had long-term use of hormone replacement therapy. All of those particular things actually speak to having long periods of estrogen stimulation, and that's felt to be certainly an increased risk. And then things such as obesity as well.
Okay, so many people think if their family doesn't have it, they're okay, but that's not the case. So is there anything we can do to increase our chances of not getting breast cancer?
Well, there are some things. I mean, as you said, in fact, most breast cancers are completely sporadic, and 85% of women who get them have no history. But the things that we can do that actually are in our control are things such as really speak more to a healthy lifestyle. Exercise, maintaining a healthy weight, trying to minimize alcohol intake, not smoking, minimizing hormone or exogenous hormone use, and then exercise. And there have been many studies have also linked vitamin D to having appropriate levels of vitamin D to decreasing your risk as well.
Okay. So it seems like almost like for any health thing, it's eat right, exercise, all those things that always come up. We also hear about monthly self-examinations for breast cancer. So is that real important?
It is. It's not as sensitive as some of the actual tests that we do, but I think that certainly women benefit from being in tune with their own bodies and understanding what their breasts feel like, so that if there is a difference, that they can be they can detect it relatively early.
Okay. And how about the annual test everyone has to go through after a particular age, that mammogram?
Right. Yeah, so the recommendation through the American Cancer Society is that women over the age of 40 should have an annual mammogram. It is one of the best ways that we can minimize your risk for, not necessarily your risk of developing breast cancer, but help to improve your survival from breast cancer if you do get it, is early detection. So that's really the key, in that with increased screening and awareness of screening, we're able to detect most of the breast cancers much more early now, so people have a much better outcome.
Okay, and if it does turn out that, heaven forbid, you have breast cancer, is a mastectomy the only option?
Not at all. In fact, these days, most women, especially if we detect breast cancer at an early stage, are candidates for what we call breast conserving surgery, where we just do a lumpectomy, we remove the cancer, and with a margin of normal tissue around it, and also evaluate lymph nodes, and that may be followed by radiation therapy, or in some cases other therapies such as chemotherapy. But mastectomy is reserved mostly for women who have either more extensive disease, someone who chooses to have a mastectomy, or for certain women who fall into a significant high-risk category where we would recommend it.
Okay, and you try not to have to go to that extent, I would think.
Yes, absolutely.
Is the chemotherapy and the radiation a lot more effective these days than it used to be?
Yeah, I think definitely with so much of the research that's been done in breast cancer, I think overall our understanding of the biology of it has improved so much that many of the treatments have improved. They're more targeted towards the specific nuances of that patient's case. And so I think that what we've seen over the last several decades is treatments that are much less aggressive but much more effective, actually.
And that's always good news.
Yep.
All right, so we are making great strides against breast cancer, but we need to be on the first line of defense with self-exams and annual mammograms. To learn more and to attend a pep talk on this topic, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Dr. Joseph for joining us here today.
Thank you.
To learn more about breast health, join Dr. Joseph at a free Metro Health pep talk on Monday, May 7th at 6 p.m. at the Marriott Hotel at the Cleveland Airport. To register, call 216-778-1220 or log on to www.metrohealth.org/peptalks. Next, little-known special benefits to help you remain independent at home.